Just want to have a quick chat about something I think is very underrated, and that's servicing your skis and looking after the edges especially. A lot of people are quite intimidated about doing it, and to be honest, if you can start to understand some of the basics, it's not too complicated. The other thing is, unfortunately, not all ski shops are born equal. I don't want to be nasty about a lot of the shops out there, but quite often you can put your skis in a shop and come back and they're far from ideal. So it's really a bit of a risk game. I've pretty much found one or two shops over the years that I really trust with my equipment and happily give it to them, and then if something doesn't feel right, we can have a chat and then often change it.
What I'm starting with is getting my base leveled and flattened. It's kind of like starting from a clean canvas. Then I can get a structure put back onto the base. I'm also taking advantage of the shop's edging machine. I could achieve this by filing, but I'm kind of letting the shop do most of the heavy lifting. This can be set up to my preferences and is an extremely high-end machine, and the majority of shops will not have something like this. I'm fully aware when you're turning up in a resort, there's no way of knowing which is a good shop or not. So why not learn and take care of this yourself? Once this is done, I really go to town with polishing diamonds. I feel it gives me a much better touch and feel when I'm skiing. Sometimes the feel straight out of the machine can feel a little bit grabby. The polishing gives me a much more refined feeling. I don't have to go through this procedure with the machines very often, but I will regularly use diamonds on my side edge to maintain a good level of grip. The harder the snow, the more often I'll do this.
So for me, it's really just understanding some of the basics. One of the most important things is a base bevel. So if you think about the actual base being quite flat, the edges will be very slightly beveled. So the whole base and the edges aren't flat, it's just a little bit beveled there. Depending on how much bevel you have on that will really change how the ski feels on the snow. For example, on a ski like this, a piste ski, I really want a lot of grip. I only go to a 0.5 bevel. At the top and the bottom, the top sort of 15 centimeters, I'll just go to a 7.5. If you're more of a sort of recreational skier, I would say having a 1 degree bevel is probably ideal. The other thing you can think about is the edge angle. So you can have a 90 degree edge, 89, 88, or even 87. And again, it's based on your kind of skiing ability and also the ski that you're skiing on, but also the snow you're skiing on. If the snow is very icy or firm, I really want a sharp edge, but it's maybe not as complicated to understand what to do. Get yourself a few tools and just learn to do the basics, as I said, especially the edging.
It's a real misconception that you have to be some kind of World Cup ski racer to know if your ski is set up well or not. I've had so many clients who are blaming themselves for poor skiing or not feeling comfortable when in fact poorly serviced skis is to blame. I'm looking for a predictable, sharp ski that inspires confidence and allows me to truly enjoy my skiing. Why leave that to chance?
Now, this video probably wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for Sidecut. I'm going to put a link in the description, but if there's some tools out there that are better made, high quality, I don't know about it. To be honest, these things are incredible. It's really well thought out, very easy to change things like the diamonds. Just the touch and the feel of the tools is really, really high end. They've very kindly supplied me with some of their equipment to use this season. Take a look at one of their kits. It's a basic polishing kit. You get a couple of diamonds, a bevel guide for the base bevel, and it just means that you can potentially put that in your bag when you're going skiing. It's lightweight, doesn't weigh much at all. And even if you're renting a ski, you could spend 10-15 minutes just giving yourself the best edge you possibly can and not relying on just a random ski shop. Another thing with Sidecut is that they've produced some really great videos, really simply put, easy to understand and follow, and there's a real series there. So it really is about you testing what works for you, putting it on the snow, skiing, and trying to get a better feel for how the ski is reacting. If that ski isn't great, It's not maybe your fault, it's maybe something to do with the service. So don't be scared about maybe investing in a few tools and just learning how to look after that, especially the edges of your skis, so you can get that real good feeling on the snow. It is well worth it.